If your triglycerides are coming down, that is an incredible marker to show you that your metabolic health is improving. My name is Jess, and I am a 4-year carnivore. I also coach carnivore for those who need the assistance. And I just got a phone call from the nurse from my doctor's office. My doctor does not agree with carnivore, and that's totally okay. I could shop around and find a new primary care, but I go to my primary care to get my labs covered by insurance, and that's pretty much it. If I had some sort of infection, I would also go. But Western medicine is great, but I go for my labs. So the nurse called and said, sorry, but your LDL is 197. We recommend that you go on a statin if you're over 190. So we'd like to start you on a statin, and we'd like to recommend that you go on to the Mediterranean diet instead of carnivore. These are all canned things that they say, right? And I said, okay, let's have a conversation about the total, like the bigger picture of my labs. Let's zoom out. Can you talk about my HDL and my triglycerides? And she's fumbling, not finding it. Never was going to be a part of the conversation. But let me tell you the other two. The HDL is up, and it has stayed up. It's actually the same as last year. My triglycerides went down. These are all incredible markers. Again, I've been doing this for 4 years, and my numbers are consistently improving. And I'm super happy about that. I'm not concerned. I make sure to do a ton of research. I make sure to check tons of levels. I'm actually getting all of my particle size numbers soon. I always get my A1C, but I'm going to be checking a whole lot of other heart health markers. I'm not concerned, but I want you to know that this happens with so many people, and I'm sad. And that's why I do the education that I do in my programs, because I want people to be armed for these types of conversations. I'm not going on statins, by the way. But let's talk about triglycerides. So when your triglycerides are high, that means that your body is storing excess fat, probably from sugar. Anything that breaks down into sugar, right? And when you're in storage mode, your insulin is high. Insulin is a hormone that is a storage hormone. And when your triglycerides go down, that means that your insulin is coming down. So your blood sugar is probably under more control. Your liver is making less fat. Your body is accessing fat for fuel. You're not storing, right? And those are all really good signs. When that is also happening, when your HDL is coming up, your triglycerides are coming down, it's also a really great sign that we have less inflammation in the body. And inflammation is the problem with heart disease. And we don't talk about that enough. It's not talked about enough, and inflammation is truly the problem. And so when your triglycerides, we need to look at that triglyceride to HDL ratio. It's good to be under a 2. It's great to be under a 1. It's optimal to be under a 1. It's excellent to be under a 1. I'm a 0.68. And my doctor wasn't going to talk to me about that. She was just going to put me on a statin that could have some side effects and have me go on another drug and then another drug. And this is what happens. At 45 plus, we go on drugs, and we stack all these drugs and we never go off. There are some doctors that have better conversations with their clients and say, I'd like you to go on I'd like you to go on a statin for a short period of time. And they use medicine the way medicine's meant to be used. But also, nobody's talking about the lifestyle changes, because doctors have a short time with you and you're probably not going to do it. And so they're just going to give you the drug. However, I went into that conversation after a while being away from the doctor, giving her the scoop on what I do for a living, what I was looking for from the appointment. And still, I got the feedback that I needed to go on the Mediterranean diet instead of carnivore from the nurse practitioner. And I'm disappointed. That's fine. I only really go to my primary care for the labs because they're covered by insurance. And of course I have a primary care on, retainer, because obviously if I need an antibiotic or something prescribed, I'll go to her. But this is the conversation that needs to be had more. And I hope that you're having this conversation and looking at this triglyceride to HDL ratio.